It's Good Times with Mo, Sam, and them on Magic 89.9.
6:13 on this Monday morning, and welcome to the show. Another brand new week of radio with us. This is Good Times, and as with every Monday, Sam and I just waiting for everybody to wake up from the weekend.
I would just like for this show to stop being like a box of chocolates. Like you just never know what you're gonna get. It's not even a Monday thing. Throughout the week,
like
man.
I kind of like it, you know. I just
You do. I do.
it gives us a chance for you and I to have some time.
I like things to be predictable. Please.
I know you are that, and I again, I've always been that way. But now, you know what? I'm fine. We'll wait for Kulango to wake up here in a bit. So she did send us a message last night. I'm talking about Kay here, right? And she said she's gonna be wearing shades today on the show because she knows that she is going to be full of tears from the Queen of Tears, which is hitting its finale. Was it last night? I believe was the finale of. Oh, it's like GOT, but QOT.
Oh, okay.
QOT had the big finale last night. Talk of the town, talk of the house, kind of everybody. I think I'm going to be moved to watch this show because not so much you guys, but just everybody seems to be on this thing. And I've seen it in the background. I've seen it kind of scenes and stuff like that. But I don't know, man. I think the feedback is just way too overwhelming for me to not give it a shot anymore. Where are you at on this show, by the way?
Oh, I'm on like episode 4.
Okay, so you're quite a bit away.
Yeah, and I mean honestly, at this point, I'm still kind of like, wow, that's the hype around the show. I'm not quite there yet. I mean, it's good, you know. Everyone looks great, production value, and all that good stuff. But I'm not fully on board with the hype yet. I guess I'm gonna find out. But I'm curious, like how often does that happen to you where you will watch the show because of the hype around it?
Oh, I'll do that. Because at some point it's good. It's got to be good. And I'm one of those guys that I'll look up the rating on IMDb. I will look at the rating on Rotten Tomatoes. That helps really propel me. I know these things are, again, so subjective. But if I can get a couple of people that I think are credible and maybe a couple of websites, and I know Rotten Tomatoes, not the most credible, but good enough for me to at least give it a shot, I'll do it.
Okay.
And then a couple of things also drive me. The actors, of course. If I see the actors that I really like, they'll drive me. But because it's Korean dramas, I don't really know so many of them. I probably know 5 Korean actors. That's it. Not like Kay and kind of the rest of the world does. But I'll I don't know. I think I'm close to giving this a shot. I'm just a little bit kind of swarmed with a bunch of other shows in the meantime. And then with summer season coming in the U.S. with all the big movies, it's just I might have to kind of push it. Look for a gap in my schedule and push it maybe a little bit later in the year.
But point being, Kay gets a free pass today because, yes, it was the finale of that show.
I anticipate Kay waking up in the next 10 to 15 minutes and then doing that whole thing. She's going to get in here and then she's going to give us the lowdown and about what happened last night without doing the spoilers. And then at 7 o'clock, we'll have Bam come in here as we do on Mondays and everything will look normal again. In the meantime, let's get a song playing and then we will do the waiting game. It's Monday morning. You listen to Magic 89.9. Good morning, guys. Appreciate you being here.
It's Good Times with Mo, Sam, and them on Magic 89.9.
It's Taylor Swift with her new stuff. It's called Fortnite, of course, with Post Malone. Good morning,
It's growing
everybody.
on me.
It is. It's a good song, man.
Yeah.
I like it. 863-13899 is our phone number. I hope you guys all had a very good weekend. If you're on your way to school, work, wherever it may be, drive safe. Every single person I interact with in the Philippines says the same damn thing every day.
What? Mainit.
Mainit.
Yeah. Oh
It's
my gosh.
Every
It's
freaking day. Kumusta? Init. It's like...
I saw somebody say on Instagram, like, para daw siyang practice for impyerno.
Yeah, well, I think we said that. I think it was Kay who said that also last week. It is so terrible. But I know, oh gosh, it's May coming up here in the next couple of days. It'll be probably out of here in a few more weeks. So just hang in there. You'll be fine.
You don't know what it's like.
I don't. Well, no. Yes, I do because I live in the desert, and in the summertime over here, it is brutal. It is probably hotter than where you guys are at. We don't have the humidity that you do, but it is damn awful here. And so I kind of do, and ours lasts a little longer than yours.
So what is it? I mean, you guys just stay in. Is that the answer? Full blast
Yes.
AC, just stay inside.
Yeah. Yeah, stay inside. I mean, these are those moments where if you're in the office, go early, hang out there, hang out late, get paid for it.
Actually, yeah, that's exactly what I thought walking into the booth today. It's like, oh, this AC, because it's pretty chilly in the booth. We got to keep all the.
Come in early, you get the early aircon, do all that stuff.
Okay, come in early. Okay.
And of course on Wednesday. After that's just a few more weeks. Speaking of Wednesday, Sam, so I was talking about this on the podcast last night. I have a job interview and I'm very nervous.
Huh? A job interview?
I have a job interview and I rarely ever get nervous. In fact, almost never. I probably could count maybe a couple of times, probably one hand's worth of nervousness that I've had through the years, being on television, stuff like that. And
wait. Which ones? I mean, you were on TV a lot. So which ones were nerve-wracking for you? Exactly?
I don't know.
Like what kind of show?
Maybe like a talk show, not really like acting or anything
Dancing.
like that. I really don't get nervous often. Again, maybe a couple of times. Yeah, somebody then you were nervous doing the GM show for the NBA. Yeah, absolutely. I was nervous for that. But anyway, here's my point. So I've got a job interview on Wednesday, and I'm freaking terrified. And I kind of want tips or maybe even just pick your brain on what you guys do to break through the nervousness. What do you guys do? What do you use for motivation? I think motivation is kind of probably the answer I want instead of just the nervousness. What motivates you guys? Like, do you ever look at a picture of your ex and I'm like, I'm going to crush this because of you? You use negative things. You look at your current financial situation and you're like, that's it. I'm going to crush this because I cannot not have this much money moving forward.
Right.
You use the envy of others. Like I need this because
validation.
I want to be where that person is. You use competition. Like you walk in somewhere and you're like, I'm killing all of you guys. The thrill of victory. And maybe that's a motivation. Music. It could be something like that. Like you'll just pump songs in your brain. You're like, okay, this is going to motivate me to be awesome. Vanity. Look at yourself and you're like, man, I look good. Damn, this is going to be so amazing. I want to know, what do you use for motivation? 863-10-899. Love to hear from you guys. And of course, online at playback.tv/goodtimes. Sam, A, do you ever get nervous? B, what do you use for motivation when you're kind of in a corner and pressure's on your shoulders? What do you do?
I am nervous all the time. And
Really?
Yes.
You're nervous talking about it. Look, you're playing with your pigtails. This is body language for nervousness.
Like, right before hitting the stage to host an event, I mean, even after all these years, like, I'm still there asking myself, I don't know why I keep doing this. I am so nervous. Like, I want to die. I'm so nervous. Huh?
You get that vomit.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, and don't talk to me. I need to just like be alone with my script, get in the zone. I'm super nervous. So I'm like, it's fascinating to me how you don't get nervous mostly.
Rarely. Yes.
Wow.
Very, very rarely. And what motivates me in moments of nervousness is understanding that these are just people. We are all kind of the same. It's not that big of a deal. Akatae lang to. I do that thing where I look in front and I'm like, "Puro kumain ito kagabi." Like I humanize the moment. But let's get some calls here. 863-10-899. What do you use for motivation in a big moment? And you know what? Maybe for the first time, I'm asking you guys for advice. Good morning.
Hi.
Hi, good morning, good times. Yeah, Makoy here. For me, during every job interview, siyempre bills. Yun talaga yung number one motivation,
Yeah.
money.
Yeah. Current
Of
financial
course.
situation.
Yeah. Hindi mo naiisipin kung kinakabahan ka kung sino mag-interview, pero you have to put your best foot forward, of course, and learn and read kung ano yung a-applyan mo kasi mahirap din mahirap din na sumablay kasi unang-una pag final interview yun yung pinakamasakit kasi alam mo na yun pero since sumablay ka, so yeah, that's it. Thank you.
I love it. Thanks,
Thank
McCoy.
you.
Have a good one. What comes to mind when I think of job interviews and crushing it using financial situation is one of my favorite movies of all time, The Pursuit of Happiness. When you have Will Smith sitting right there, nakasando lang because he was in jail for some parking warrants and all of these things. And it's just, I got to do it. Financial situation tells me I have to crush it here, no matter what is going on. And I believe he plays the role of a guy named Chris Carter. You watch the movie like that, and you're like, that's it, going, doing it. Next call, 8631-0899. What do you use for motivation to calm your nerves? Good morning.
Hello.
Good morning.
Hi.
Hey, what's up?
Hi, Cedric here.
Hi, Cedric.
Yes. So I just competed yesterday in a weightlifting event.
Oh,
Okay.
So
how'd that
got
go?
gold. So
Did you say you got gold?
yep.
Ooh,
Crush.
wow.
Good.
Congrats.
So
Congratulations.
yun,
That's the other guy.
yung nagpa-calm lang ng nerves ko is thinking na na I did my part during training and then it's just a matter of execution.
This
And
is
then-
the best.
Psyching yourself
sorry,
up.
Sorry. It's not even psyching. It's knowing you've done everything. I just got to show it.
Mm,
Because
Yeah,
this is confidence, just the perfect amount of it. This is trusting in yourself. It's knowing you put in the work. I love this phrase. I did everything I can do. I'm ready. I just need to execute. It almost is
Wow.
the absolute perfect mindset in anything you can do.
Tapos
Cedric.
syempre additional din yung sabi mo kanina muna, I'll crush everyone. Mga ganun.
Yeah, well, because you're in a competition.
Yeah, yun lang.
We're so proud of you. Congrats.
Love it. Congratulations.
Thank you.
So hold on. What is this competition, real quick? Are we going to see you at the Paris Olympics? Like, what is it?
It's just a local weightlifting event hosted by the Philippine Air Force. So it was held yesterday.
Are you in the Philippine Air Force?
No, but Heidelin Diaz is in the Philippine Air Force, right? So
Yeah.
the organization hosted a weightlifting event for weightlifters, aspiring weightlifters. Ganun.
How many
So,
were you guys in the
I-
competition?
Dalawa lang.
Sorry.
How many kayong nag-compete?
In my weight class were 4, but madami rin yung weight class kasi.
Mm,
Okay. So there's a 25% chance right off the bat that you were going to win. I love it.
Yeah.
but still,
Thanks.
congrats.
Yeah.
Bye.
Fantastic played also.
Yep. But I mean, you just don't have to be the worst and you get a medal when there's 4. Let's
Okay,
get bronze.
Let's not acid rain on his parade. He got gold.
Sorry. You're right. I was impressed initially, and then I was less impressed. No, but 100% on what this guy said. I did it. Just have to execute. That's almost what I think about, because I don't have to kind of think about doing the radio show or the podcast. Even the podcast is like the most brainless job I have. Sitting here, I'm like, we just have to execute. That's all. No pressure, no need, nothing. Sit here, execute. And before you know it, it's 9 a.m. Next call. Good morning.
Oh, we lost it because you're so chatty.
sorry.
But I did want to
Sorry.
point out, speaking of your podcast, you just posted something on Instagram about what your first episode ever?
Yeah, I saw this online. Somebody posted on Reddit, and I don't really archive it very well. It's really the others who archive, listeners,
Yeah.
Cedric, who, on our podcast. They do a great job at that. So when somebody posts it, I'm like, oh, wow, look at me. I'm so thin. And then I posted. That's the only reason why I posted it, because I just wanted to see myself thin. But yes, so that was out there. 8631-899 is our phone number. What do you use for motivation? Give us a call. Hello.
My time to shine.
All right, that's all. Here we go.
A bit like you, Mo, I don't get nervous a lot.
Wow.
Kasi iba yung sa akin I don't get embarrassed. So I really use that a lot. I rarely get embarrassed. I think that's my superpower. I think it comes from, growing up with not much. Yung ang attitude ko kasi nun, hindi naman ikaw nagpapakain sa akin eh. So why do I care what you think? But of course, you can't think that way if you're going for a job interview, di ba? So like what the others said, it's really knowing your subject matter. And that's where the full confidence comes in. But more than that, and I'm sure you do this as well, I really research. And especially if you move up the interview ladder, it's now, you're shortlisted. You kind of know who are the people going to interview you. So background check lahat yan. Ano yung gusto nila, ano yung mga favorite movies nila. You do all your Google search about these people. And then you take certain keywords during the interview that you use that they're familiar with. If you know they like some movie and then or some book and plot line, you utilize that in the job interview.
What if they're K-drama fan? Like all of a sudden you're answering and then biglang magko-Korean ka.
And of course, again, that's where confidence comes in. You have to know what you're talking about. If you're going to search on the interviewer and then you don't know anything about what they know, then you don't jump into that. The other thing, if you're already shortlisted, you're like top 5 candidates, then you're all equally good. How do you stand out? You got to be different. Right. So in terms of qualifications, you more or less have equal qualifications for what the job requires. How do you stand out? And I think in your case with your radio podcast, I think you got to put it in there. Parang in my case, in my resume, I used to come out on TV. I was in theater. So they pick up on that, and then that's what they start talking about or asking me about. Because otherwise, the qualification-wise, you're all at the same level. So you have to pick on something that will make you stand out.
Are you taking notes, Mohan? Are you taking notes?
All of it is mental. They're going to ask me something about, airplanes. I'm like, listen, I was on television. And
I watched this movie about a plane crash.
Really? No, but I totally get what he's saying and the confidence that has to go behind being a subject matter expert. The problem is, though, when you're the youngest, for example, and you're going for an interview and your peers or your competition are all much more experienced, older than you. So by default, kind of are easier to answer more technical questions because they've been around and you're like the young person. I will always kind of bank on youth and sell yourself as a long-term solution to a problem versus, it's just like a subtle dig at the old people. It's like,
no, thank you for pointing that out, sir. In fact, I was the youngest Philippine genius in my country. I was the youngest DJ. I've always had this struggle with people pointing out how young I was, but in fact, I've utilized that particular set of skills to advance in my career.
Liam Neeson, hello. Yeah, okay. Well, listen, but one thing I want to ask, Anton, is you're saying a lot of this comes from having nothing, and I like the whole kind of attitude that I had earlier, which tumatay din to. You didn't say that in that sense, but why do I bother with a person's opinion? Obviously, in a job interview, you don't want to come off like that. But how much of it also is the fact that you went to law school, which we point out all the time. You became a lawyer, which is kind of a 1% of the 1%. How much does your academic achievements play in your confidence, knowing that you by default are very smart already?
It plays a lot. It really, everything you've achieved in life now, and it doesn't have to be law school, med school, or you the pioneer in podcasting. You really have to grab something where not everyone is able to do this thing. So again, it's building your own self-confidence.
Love
it.
Gotta
set yourself apart.
Yeah. Thanks, brother. You're best.
Good
luck. Good luck. We're rooting for you. Good luck.
Thank you. Oh, thanks.
Sweetheart.
I want to know, though, the people who can use negative things.
Right.
We're talking about a lot of this is positive, and that's great because you want to be positive. But what about the person that about to go in an interview goes on the Instagram, for example, of their ex that dumped them and go, watch this, asshole. Go in there. Like, are there people like that? It works for them when they do that.
I'm sure meron.
But it works. Yeah. And I'm not going to use that because I don't have anybody negative to point at. Like, I don't have anyone to kind of like hate, motivate. But I wonder if there is a group of people that actually kind of is successful using those negative things. Let's read some stuff here. Chinito says, he puts a coin inside his sock during an interview so you don't get nervous. So you use it. It's like I hear people do this on lie detector tests. When you're about to take a lie detector test, you put like a tack. You know what a tack is?
A tack?
Yeah, tack. It's a you know that thing where you stick onto the wall. It's a tack.
Oh,
It's,
like almost like a little bit of clay
thumbtack.
or something like. Oh, thumbtack.
No.
Oh,
yeah, thumbtack.
okay.
Right. So you kind of step on it when you're nervous to hurt yourself. It's kind of like cutting, right? So you can kind of deflect the pain and nervousness that you may feel inside. You then deflect it towards a actual physical pain. In fact, in a kind of a dark way, it is like cutting.
Yikes.
Right? Alice says the same thing for the fidgety people. Just have a small paper clip in your hand and channel all that pressure on it. So you are physically trying to deflect the energy, the nervous energy you have into something tangible. The tack, though, is a little wild. Like hurting yourself, like stepping on your toe or something. Now, I know he said coin, but it's the same thing. It's kind of like a fidget spinner.
Okay. I'm just thinking about the situation where like, you have to set that up in the tax situation anyway, where like you're sitting down,
tack
I
one's
gotta
hard
drop a
kasi
tack
while you're
on the
walking.
floor. Like,
While you're walking, you're medyo like limping para lang hindi mo apakan yung your weight.
gosh.
Tapos biglang pumasok loob the whole way. Like, totally nasa loob. You're like, oh, this is so painful. Heisenberg says, isipin lang yung utang. Yeah.
Again, yeah, financial.
Myro says, not sure what motivates you, giving family a better future, trying to one-up somebody. You will be doing something that you love, being more famous. Oh, I think that was more for me than, no, none of those things. Let me read some more. Somebody said, put your best foot forward, but you still have to be yourself. God, that's so fluffy though, right? Interviewers are still people and smell you a mile away kung nangbobola, right? Or lying. That's kind of pretty obvious as well. Here's one. Sam.
Yes.
Philippians 4:13.
I was going to say when I get very nervous, I do pray. I think that's super comforting to me. And then prep, like Anton said too. Especially because for me, the scenario where I'm very nervous is like, an event perhaps with, a celebrity or something like that. And we got to do a big interview or whatever. And the only thing really that is going to make me okay with that, or at least remotely okay with that, is knowing that I did all my research, I did my homework, and I'm ready. You got to prep for it.
Right. Philippians 4:13 is for I can do everything through Christ. I had to look that up. I feel like there's so many other kind of verses though.
Oh yeah.
What's your go-to, Sam, as somebody who reads the Bible? What's your go-to Bible verse in big moments?
I don't, people call this a life verse. I don't know if I have one particularly for when I'm nervous, but I just have one that I really like at the moment, and it's Hebrews 4:12. And it's about like, God's word being like a living thing and sharper than a double-edged sword. Can you read it? Can you read it for me?
It's for the word. Yeah, for the word of God is alive and active, sharper than any double-edged sword. It penetrates even to dividing soul and spirit, joints and marrow. It judges the thoughts and attitudes of the heart.
Oh my gosh. My week is made. Mohan read my favorite Bible verse. Oh, wow.
You guys know about, probably know that if we had to, like if gun to my head, Mo, what's your Bible verse?
What is yours? Yeah, gun to your head. What's yours?
It would be 2 Timothy 4:7, which is I fought the good fight, I finished the race, and I have is my go-to.
That's a good one.
Ew! It made me feel dirty just saying it. Gross.
I'm so pleasantly surprised that you even have one, that you even have a go-to verse.
Man.
What? That's proud of you.
I was having a faith conversation with a friend of mine.
When? Recently?
Yeah, like last week.
Oh.
And they were encouraging me to, kind of chat with the pastor, and I was like, bleh. But I think there's this misconception that I really know nothing about the Bible. And I always say this, I have a Christian playlist.
Oh, what?
I got a Christian playlist.
Oh, no, I remember Yeah, no, I remember you talking about like, aren't they parang rock song-ish? But they're
No, not all.
worship.
I mean, some of them. No, some of them are kind of worshipy-ish. Some of them are rock song-ish. But I've got a pretty robust Christian playlist that I can use to get chicks.
Oh my
Because,
gosh.
Yeah, it works. It works to impress.
And I was gonna ask, like, I mean, do you have a playlist? Because I mean, just for like the musical merit of these songs, or
Yeah, you know,
actually
some of them
for the
are.
worship angle? But no, it's for chicks.
No, not for the worship worship angle, but for the musical angle though, they are pretty. They're pretty nice. I actually like some of these worship songs. They're
No,
catchy.
they're good ones.
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
right. It is 6:49. We just got the message from Kay. She says, "Mood morning." So you know she just got
woke
up
up.
because the G and the M are at least 4 keys away. Oh, she said, "Mood morning, désolé," which is French for sorry. I'm up. I'm up. I'm up. I'm heading over there. She is on the way. Let's take a break. When we come back, we likely will have Bam Aquino already in studio. It is a Monday, so you know that's the group. All the way till 9 a.m. You are listening to Good Times here on Magic 89.9. Back after this. Don't go away.
It's Good Times with Mo, Sam, and them on Magic 89.9.
It's Maggie here at 6:55, and Bam Aquino also in studio. What's going on, brother? Good morning.
Yeah, good morning. Good morning.
morning.
Magandang umaga to all of our listeners. And Sam O and Mo Twister, magandang umaga.
Thanks, brother. Hey, man, where did you come from? Let's see. Every time you show up on Monday, you have been traveling the country.
Yeah.
Did you go anywhere?
I was
Did you
in
go last-
San Pedro, Laguna last week. Just one quick visit there with SK, mga Sangguniang Kabataan invited me to give a talk. San Pedro is actually not that far. So in fact, parang it's slightly outside of Alabang. 'Di ba? After Alabang, parang San Pedro na nga ata. No, hindi naman siya yung una, no? Hindi siya yung una, but it's like really, really
It's
close.
pretty close though,
It's
right?
pretty
Yeah.
close. So, ano siya, not exactly out of town. Almost out of town.
Yeah.
Sa itinerary ko, Laguna, but it's really, really close. So,
Did you do any dancing over there?
no, medyo seryoso. Medyo serious yung talk doon. Kasi they were having a seminar that was sponsored by a German foundation. Our friends from Konrad Adenauer Stiftung. And it was on effective governance. So medyo serious.
Wow.
So they were asking like some tips on how to improve their capacity to help the youth. Medyo, alam mo, honestly, they're taking it very seriously. Kaya medyo natawa ako. So some people were talking about unemployment. Kasi, you know, yung youth naman natin goes beyond the college age, di ba? Kahit 25, 27 ka. So some of them were talking about unemployment. Some of them were talking about teenage pregnancies, which is a problem in their barangay. You know, medyo serious stuff. And others naman were also talking about sports, no, like esports, volleyball. So, you know, different things. They're trying to find, you know, ano ba yung pwede kong gawin para so I can get more of my constituents involved, diba? So you're talking about, maybe we can start with the sports because that's usually what gets
Draws
people
people,
excited,
yeah.
diba? And then you transition them towards employment, education, something more serious. And I was just blown away ko with how seriously they were taking their roles. Yeah, cool.
You know, a topic we don't really often talk about here on the show, and maybe we should, especially on a day like Bam being here. We are not obviously youth aged, but maybe you have a lot of exposure to them. I think one of the challenges when I talk, whether it be on the podcast or just kind of even people that I know, those who are freshly graduated, and we've all gone through this in our lives, is okay, so I'm probably going to get an entry-level job, right? And then how many years should I be working my way up before I start panicking, like, okay, I'm not moving fast enough? I mean, we're talking about job interviews a little while ago, Bam, and I think it's very common for a 25-year-old, 26-year-old, 27-year-old who's graduated, who has armed with a degree, maybe 2 or 3 years of entry-level experience. And then what?
You know?
When do I make the leap? Do I have to make a leap? Am I being left behind? That conversation, I think, is a conversation that a lot of people at that age struggle with.
It is. But alam mo, these days, especially sa mga Gen Z, and I have a Gen Z guy right beside me, so I'm gonna look at him and tutungo-tungo siya. Millennial ka ba? Sorry Well, borderline millennial Gen Z. My understanding is if a Gen Zer feels na parang kulang yung kinikita niya, racket siya. They're gonna get a second and a third racket.
More than generations prior.
Sorry?
More than generations prior.
Tayo kasi, yung generation natin, magsisikap tayo to get the promotion. Diba? Exactly. We're gonna work hard to get the promotion. Sila, they're gonna go and get a part-time. They're gonna get another racket. They're gonna juggle 2 to 3 things. A lot of these companies are now like 2 to 3 days work from home. So on the work from home days, they're able to find other things to do. And kung magaling ka mag-search, you can find other jobs to do online.
Yeah.
And make the money up. So I had this conversation with some of my guys, some of my staff before. Parang yung job security ko, meaning my time, okay, and these are the Gen Xers and some of the millennials, is I have a job that pays me on the 15th and the 30th. May job security ako. I go to work and more or less sigurado ako na hindi ako masisisante. I won't get fired, right? Job security for the Gen Xers is really, I've got 3 or 4 rackets that I can juggle. And if one of them fails, I've got 3 more. Diba? That's a certain kind of job security. And kadikit rin yan is also like before, maybe because traffic wasn't as bad in the 90s, probably, diba? Hindi mo iniisip You just think, okay, I'm gonna go to work.
Yeah.
Diba? But now, your distance to your workplace, are you work from home or not? Are you allowed to work remotely or not? Can I work from coffee shop or not? Diba? It's all of these things come into play. Especially today. Today there's a transport strike today mo dito sa Pilipinas, diba? So 29, 30 and May 1, although May 1 is a holiday. So there's a nationwide transport strike now.
May 1 is a holiday?
Labor Day.
This day?
Anyway, so ano yan? Malaking bagay yan. It's cost of transportation, how far it is, how much time am I commuting. All of these things come into play. And these weren't things that we really necessarily thought about as a priority nung time na naghahanap tayo ng trabaho when we were in our 20s, diba? So it's very different, So,
would you like more? I mean, I know the generations are not really competing, but for the sake of conversation, do you think it's healthy to have 3, 4 rackets? Because maybe you start cutting out some of the essentials in life, which is for sleep, living a little healthy, spending time with your family. I get the pro, though, where not just I have security, but I also am building a wider skill set, okay, a range of things I can do. That's also a huge plus for the Zers who do that. But at what cost? Like, is it not being at your current job 100% mentally? Is it not being able to sleep? Because when you bring up our time and what we did is we got to go for that promotion. We're gonna be such experts at what we do that it really makes us kind of valuable to one single company. When you spread yourself a little thin, is there that kind of risk that you might not really know as much as you think you know regarding your job? Well, or you kind of lean towards the job security, though, is actually, it works for them and it's really lucrative for them because they got multiple sources of income. I'm going to use an NBA term kasi kakatalo pa lang ng Dallas Mavericks ko like a few minutes ago. Unfortunately, talo sila. But, they built different, man. They built different. Gen Zers, they built different. Ako, like, I need to focus on one thing. It's hard for me to do multiple things at the same time. Pero ang generation nila, kaya eh. They can do it. They were born at a time when social media was part of the tapestry of their lives already. Tayo, we remember a time na analog world, di ba? And we transitioned towards a digital world.
It's those times.
Ito you! Kala mo lang yan. So sila, they were born into this, and necessarily in the same way you look at the web browser, maraming tabs dyan, pwedeng sabay-sabay yung mga tabs.
Gosh. Yeah.
They also can juggle things more efficiently than us. I mean, it's just that we're different. They're different, we're different. So, are you spreading yourselves too thinly? Are you doing too much? May not necessarily apply. It could apply, pero may not necessarily apply. The other thing is, yung goals are different. So, for example, kapag middle management ka na sa Gen Xers, ano yung una mong, what's the first thing you think of na ito, huhulugan ko na to?
Like
diba?
a car?
A car, exactly. Diba? So that's why during my time, in my late 20s to 30s, Vios. Di ba? Vios.
Oh, yeah.
At like, ano bang hulugan ng Vios on? Mga 6,000, 7,000 a month. May Vios ka. And talagang huhulugan mo yun, di ba? And you're really gonna spend a huge chunk of your salary para maghulugan for a car, right? Ngayon, the Gen Xers don't wanna buy vehicles, no? They don't. The Gen Zers don't wanna buy vehicles. They're happy with the ride sharing. They'd rather walk and go to a nearby coffee shop from where they live and work from there. The internet connects them to the universe. Diba? They don't need a vehicle to do that. So iba rin yung goals. Iba rin yung gustong bilhin, diba?
Yeah.
Now
I love
think,
the videos though, Bam, that it really meant you had a job. It's
diba?
not the greatest car, and it's not the greatest car by any means, right? It is absolute garden variety, but it meant you had a job.
Dude, paglalaban ko yung, I had a Vios as well, okay? And alam mo, that car, sobrang tibay ng sasakyan niya. Kahit saan mo dalhin, di ba? Kahit yung tipong luma na gusto mo nang mamatay, pero hindi pa rin eh. Keeps on going, di ba? Hindi naman tayo sponsored ng Toyota or anything, right? But Vios in the early 2000s, no? That was the heyday of the Vios, I think, right?
Yeah, no,
Yun yung
totally.
time. Yun yung time, di ba?
And you were employable. Like, again, not flashy, doesn't draw a lot of excitement, but you had a job.
And
That's what I loved about it.
And yung Vios, you do just like one or two things just to make it a little unique. May konti kang spoiler, di ba? Sa likod, ibablock mo yung mga ilaw, di ba?
A looking pillow in the back. I mean, yeah, it was the workhorse,
Yeah.
and really the kind of a symbol of employability. That's the word. Can I get to this though, since we're talking about transportation, all of that stuff? This jeepney strike that you brought up a while ago. It's a jeepney strike, jeepney modernization. I don't know where you're at, Bam. I don't know if you feel the same way as I do. If you have to be careful because the jeepney, I don't know, union or whatever is very strong. But man, we got to get rid of the goddamn jeepney.
No.
No.
Oh, God.
Okay, we gotta
Dude,
know.
guys, come on. But it's time. It belongs in a museum. Here, I'll tell you where it doesn't belong. It doesn't belong in the capital city. Like I can remove it from the city if you want to kind of live in the provinces and still have it as a very cultural, symbolic thing. Then great, but it's not safe. It's not organized. If we're going to see record temperatures move up higher and higher, it's brutal, and it's ugly to look at. They're no longer designed the way we think a jeepney inside the welcoming area of Barrio Fiesta is. It is horrible looking.
It's not. It's a symbol of our culture. Siyempre, debate ka agad daw, umagang-umaga.
There's a lot of symbols in
It's
our
a
culture
symbol
that
of
are
our
now
culture.
in museums. They're in museums,
Okay.
Bam.
Okay. Let me
Okay, let's go. Let's hear it.
let me
Let's hear
give you my 2 cents. Okay. So
Yeah, let's go.
I'm not against jeepney modernization. And you're right. They have to improve. They have to be more ecologically friendly. Yung pinaka-ayoko sa nangyayaring modernization is that there will be a lot of jeepney drivers and their families who will be out of a job and out of livelihood. And, during the time we were in the Senate, this issue was there even during the Duterte time. So matagal na to.
Yeah.
And later I'll tell you why I think it hasn't moved in the way that it should. Okay? So the goals are good. Let's modernize. Let's have newer vehicles on the road. Let's be more organized. Let's do all of that. Good goals. How do you get there? Diba? And this is where this word comes in. Just transition. Diba? So we're transitioning to a modern system. Great. Even the jeepney drivers want to transition to a modern system. To be fair, 80% of them have consolidated already. Meron lang 20% na nahihirapan to do the consolidation and corporatization and all of this, diba?
Can I cut you real quick just so I get educated? What is jeepney modernization anyway?
Okay.
So when you say they want to modernize, what does that mean? Is it the vehicle itself? Is it?
It's the vehicle and the system.
And
Yeah,
the system.
it's
so
the
what does
vehicle
that-
and the system. So system, meaning the routes will be better organized. They're not necessarily competing with each other on the road. May sistema, di ba? Much like, like in other countries, the buses come at the same time. They're not competing for that slot, di ba? So that's good. Gusto natin yan. And to modernize the jeepneys to make sure they're more friendly to the ecology, di ba? So, kumbaga, mas maganda yung makina, baka pwedeng electric. Although I think now the move is to really make them electric. That's great. I'm also for that, di ba? The problem comes in terms of the implementation. no? So you're forcing people to cooperativize or corporatize, and that means the single owner of a jeepney, the OFW who worked in Saudi for 15 years,
Katas ng
nag-iipon.
Saudi.
Katas ng Saudi, exactly. You see that, di ba?
Yeah.
Katas ng Saudi. You see it, pinag-ipunan, goes home, drives his jeepney, puts his kids to school. Nakapag-college, may apo na ako and everything, this jeepney is my livelihood. And then suddenly, with a stroke of a pen, nawala na yun sa kanya, di ba? So, what's the best way? One of the problems is they're not buying back the jeepneys. They're buying it back from the drivers at like 150,000 to 200,000 pesos only. The new vehicles that they're prescribing, government is prescribing, is about 2 million pesos.
Whoa.
Layo, di ba? Ang layo. And a lot of the jeepney drivers are saying, anong credit rating namin? What's our capacity na makautang kami? 'Di ba ng 2 milyon? Even with 200,000 pesos as to buy back their vehicles. So, one problem is the jeepney drivers who haven't consolidated after tomorrow will be illegal. Huhulihin na sila.
After tomorrow?
After tomorrow, huhulihin na
Agad?
sila. Yeah. So this is about 20% of the jeepney drivers who are left. The rest of consolidated and corporatized, yung problema nila is that in a few months, they will all be required to have new vehicles. And their group, their corporation, their cooperative, or their group that consolidated will need to borrow millions and millions and millions of money, of pesos, to be able to buy these vehicles. So ang tanong rin nila, may magpapautang ba sa amin? I mean, baka let's say 15 sila na jeepney drivers nagsama-sama, naging cooperative sila. May magpapautang ba talaga sa amin ng kung 15 sila 30 million pesos for new vehicles? Is that really feasible? Is that really going to happen? Or yung matitira dyan, yung big corporations who have the capacity to actually buy the minibuses, the electric vehicles. So in short, ang pakiramdam ng mga driver, fini-phase out kami. Hindi lang yung mga jeep yung fini-phase out. Pati kami fini-phase out. Yung capacity namin to actually earn for our families, fini-phase out rin siya. And that's their problem. That's their uncertainty. So, and this is something I've said from before, government should provide the certainty to them na some of you may come to the modernization with these new rules and we will make it easy for you. We will make those loans available to you. We will make those loans, imamatch natin yan dun sa boundary ninyo. Para kung yung alam nyong bayaran o yung level na kaya nyong bayaran, we won't ask more than that. Diba? Para tuloy-tuloy yung modernization. And those of you who feel na hindi na kayo part of this modernization, dapat meron silang livelihood loans, they should have grants, the vehicle should be bought back at a much higher rate. Diba? And say, oh, here's money. Sir, baka hindi ka na pwede sa modernization dito. Ito, magnegosyo ka na lang. Here's X 100,000, here's X million pesos. Something commensurate to what they could have probably earned for the next 3 to 5 years. That's a just transition. And it's not rocket science, di ba? But it means government has to shell out money. And I think dun yung tanong eh. Now, if government really wants to do this, kung talagang gustong gawin tong modernization, kailangan handa mag-shell out ng pera. Handa maglabas ng pera.
Yeah.
Para walang makakawawa, di ba? Walang kawawang jeepney drivers na posibleng magutom, posibleng mawala ng trabaho. And dude, can you imagine the uncertainty of the families now of these jeepney drivers? Tomorrow, they're illegal tomorrow. I mean, can you imagine that? Illegal ka bukas, di ba? So, ako, I'm not against modernization. Even a number of these drivers are not against modernization. But the transition has to be just. Kailangan makatarungan yung transition na to, di ba?
Can I ask, what does this modern vehicle now look like? I am not well versed in what the issue is here. I know a lot of this focus is on the driver, his livelihood, his family, and rightfully so. And maybe we can get into a little bit more of that outside of keeping the jeepney. I would really still very much like the jeepney completely extinct from our street. But
I have a jeepney story though. I have a jeepney story before we go to the new vehicle. I remember nung bata ako, core memory ko to. Okay, like inside out, di ba? Core memory. On Katipunan, Aurora Boulevard to Katipunan, there was a jeep there with an Indian head dun sa tuktok niya.
What?
Okay? American Indian. Yung
Oh my gosh.
Native American. Okay, yun yung And then, pag bumibisina, yung busina niya, that was a core memory of mine, okay? And alam mo yung, the creativity, the audacity, di ba? I mean, it was an expression, right? It was an expression. Sorry.
But those
Wala
don't
nang
exist
ganyan.
anymore. That's what I mean. Like the the flair of a jeepney are long gone. They are ugly. They are basic. They are just an eyesore, and they are terrible on the roads. But okay, let me ask you though. What is the vehicle modernization? What does that look like?
Okay.
And I would like to kind of concentrate on the passenger experience, not so much the driver. But I get, Bam, you care about the drivers. You used to be a senator. You're a good Filipino. You're going to care about the drivers. That's very good of you to do. But I'm not hearing elevated safety standards for the passenger. I'm not hearing how the passenger is not getting carbon monoxide poisoning every single day. I'm not hearing how, again, with this rise in temperatures, how is it going to make it where they get to work and their outfit doesn't smell like, tambucho? What are we doing with the modernization of this vehicle?
So I'm gonna talk about 2017, 2018 here because I was heavily into this debate back then.
Yeah.
And I hope they fixed it now. But back then, yung complaint ng mga drivers tsaka operators is that ang binibigay sa kanila mga brochure na mga models, okay? Of vehicles. Okay? So brands. So Chinese brands mostly at that time ang binibigay sa kanila. You can get this kind of vehicle, this will modernize your engine and all of that. What they were saying was, pwede ba ang bigay mo sa amin standards? What Mo was saying, 'di ba? Safety standards, emission standards, and we'll find a way to hit those standards and you test us on those standards. Don't give us brands and models of your favorite suppliers. And I think that was also one problem in the previous modernization program na bakit naglalako ng mga supplier itong mga ibang mga kausap namin? Dapat ang binibigay ninyo, standards that we can hit. Now, some of the local manufacturers have actually taken up the challenge, Mo. They've said, no, give us the standards and we will create the jeepney here in the Philippines that can meet those standards and allow us to do that. As opposed to, hindi, kailangan lahat imported. So I'm hoping that's where it's gonna go. The debate on the modernization itself, yung pagpalit ng mga units, will happen in a few months after this deadline tomorrow. Diba? So yes, this will be an ongoing thing. I just hope that government is there to put standards, not favor suppliers. Yun yung kailangan bantayan talaga, 'di ba? Now, what does it look like in the hearings before? Parang siyang minibus actually. In fact, some of the terms that are being used now in the news is minibus, not really jeepney. That's fine, I guess.
So, does that mean it's bigger?
It's bigger. It looks like a minibus.
Okay.
But ako kasi, let them have standards. How many seats for passengers, emissions, safety standards, lahat ba may mga, I don't know. And then,
seatbelt, stuff like that.
Well, yung mga bus naman in other countries, wala namang seatbelt, di ba? So, it really looks like a minibus now. So, I hope that pagplano na yon, they'll allow the companies to innovate on the standards.
This is such a random question, sorry. Is the seating going to be facing like front, like, an actual bus?
Parang facing front yung iba. Some of the other
Oh.
units I saw facing front sila. Yeah. So it's gonna look different. It's gonna be very different.
I would love, like with any modern country or a country that continues to innovate, I mean, just get rid of them. I know, but I would like to see, you said the government helping the drivers, maybe an unemployment package. We're like, okay, we're phasing out this vehicle outright, but you will get an unemployment package for X amount of years as you learn a new trade, as you learn a new skill, as you move on from this archaic vehicle that is a plague and an eyesore and a cancer to our streets.
Okay,
I'll add something to that.
Yeah.
Hindi lang siya
I know I'm harsh, but I mean, come on, man. It's time for harsh.
Well, alam mo, time for harsh, diba? We've heard that before, diba? I mean, time for harsh, but how do you do it?
Nagtigungo ko for a second.
How do you do it, diba? And I think what the jeepney drivers are really looking at, yung mga operators is, sige, fine, this is where you wanna go. You set the tone, we'll go there. But let's get there together. Diba? Walang iwanan. Wag mo kaming iwan, diba? Now, I don't think it's just an unemployment package. It should be your, what's that word? It's opportunity cost. They should be computing opportunity cost for X years. So how much would I have earned? Diba? Because right now, ang contention nila, binibili yung mga lumang jeepney really at bargain rate prices. Parang scrap.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Parang scrap, diba? It should be, the price should be opportunity cost, how much I would have earned if I use this for X years, and then maybe a loan for their negosyo or for retraining, and really make it a generous package for, thousands of families. 'Di ba? And alam mo yung ano rin yan eh. I mean, it's happened in many countries where modernization comes. 'Di ba? I mean, in the US, you have the Rust Belt, right? Kaya nga siya tawag na Rust Belt. All of these states na may mga malalaking factories, suddenly when the world changed, everybody was unemployed. And eventually everybody went for Trump, di ba? I mean, a significant number went for Trump because they felt they were being left behind. So we know that your citizens who feel that they're left behind, hindi sila part of the modern world, eventually bad things will come out of that. Di ba? They'll be unhappy. There'll be so much unrest. We need to be able to show everybody is lockstep towards modernization. Magkakasama tayo dyan. And if it means shelling out more money, giving them more consideration, why not, diba? But hindi, right? There's a solution to it, diba? Why not?
Yeah, everything you just said there, I absolutely agree with. I just think what you just said can exist with also the jeepneys being phased out of the city. Let's just say the city. If you want to kind of have that experience, that nostalgic experience, or the thing, whatever.
No, alam mo, kung saan siya pwede?
Go to the provinces.
Intramuros.
Yeah.
Pwede siya sa mga tours, diba?
Yes.
Pwede siya sa mga tours. By the way, the other issue that a lot of the jeepney, and just maybe as a last point here, ang concern rin nila is not all jeepney experiences are made the same. Sabi ko, sir, ano ibig niyo sabihin? No, because if you're going like on a 3-kilometer route in Manila, that's very different from going town to town in the provinces na 60 kilometers yung route mo. Na sometimes hindi patag yung daan, sometimes pataas, sometimes pababa. So iba rin yung experience nila, di ba? So don't also give us like the same supplier or the same unit. I don't know if it's gonna work that way. My concern nun sila, of course, sa electric vehicles. Some were saying na, okay, I mean, maybe like here in the metro where your stop, start, you don't go faster than 40 kilometers per hour, okay lang. Pero kung nandun ka na sa probinsya and the jeeps, on top of the jeeps, they put produce, they put a lot of different goods, and it's gonna be heavy. Hindi lang yan tao, may mga goods pa yan. Up the mountain, kakayanin ba yan, di ba? So, the other thing I think is we can have a phased modernization.
Yeah.
Let's start with the city, di ba? Let's go towards let's go palabas ng Manila until we get everybody, di ba? Why not,
I don't think it's possible even to do it like all at the same time anyway.
But that's what they want to do, I think. They want to do it all at the same time. Yeah. Well, to be fair, may mga extension naman na ginagawa kapag, nakikita na hindi talaga pwede. But in the end, I think it's let's all phase it out all at the same time. Parang yun yung plano, no?
It is 7:21 here on this Monday morning. Let's welcome Karylle on the show. Hi, Kay. How are you? Kay is not in studio,
Good
but
morning.
I think we kind of expected this, Kay, because of the big Queen of Tears. The QOT is how I'd like to call it, because it's up there with Game of Thrones territory now, it seems like, with your fandom. But so last night was the last episode, right, of the finale for this. So the expectation was that either you were going to wear shades in studio because of both a late night and tears, or here we are again, a tad bit late, but on Zoom. I don't know if we asked Bam. Bam, were you watching Queen of Tears? This is a big show, big Korean show right now.
No, I'm not. I do know of the, like a number of my friends have said, pare, Queen of Tears, maganda to, ganyan. But hindi kasi ako sumakay sa K-drama bandwagon eh. So a number of people in my home are watching it, But
Yeah, apparently a lot of guys are watching it.
Yeah.
According to Yael.
Yeah, my best friends like, dude, ang ganda nito, yung soundtrack ang ganda, ganyan.
The girl maganda.
No, I'm
The
not sure.
girl,
The girl ba yung
yeah.
maganda?
Oh yeah, super pretty.
Of course.
Who's the pida?
Kim Soo-yeon.
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
It's like one of the top ones, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Or the
Apparently
top.
highest paid.
The top,
I don't know.
the top, diba? The
yeah.
top.
One of the, for sure. Kay would know. Paso
Yeah,
I would not know.
It's getting expensive in the household because of this girl, because every outfit now needs to be purchased.
I know.
She's like, I gotta get that. I gotta get that skirt. I gotta get that blazer. I gotta get the, like, you don't have to get any of that. And then when you figure out what the brands are, she's wearing Dior, she's wearing Valentino, she's wearing kind of these kind of higher end stuff. I'm like, stop watching these goddamn shows. I mean, it's just like it's getting expensive here at the house.
Sorry, for the uninitiated, in one sentence, ano bang synopsis ng Queen of
Plot.
Tears?
Oh, we can't give it away because you know how the Asian storyline is not the same as the Western. So the plot points do happen. Parang like in the ending. So if I give you anything, it would be a spoiler.
Maraming twist.
And we are not allowed, as of today, to give them, right? Not
Yes,
even
yes.
like-
Tomorrow we can start spoiling tomorrow,
Oh my
everybody. But
gosh.
Sam's only on episode 4, so
Oh
Sam,
my
that's your fault.
Gosh.
That's
so
just,
far.
you're just gonna have to
awful.
hang with that. I mean, I think we're 24 hours removed from the second to last episode. Can I say the whole crossing the street scene already, or no?
Oh yeah, you should. I have crossed that street by the Yende Mall.
What? You're not
Oh.
even watching the show, right?
Yeah, I'm not watching
You're
it, but I'm
watching
kind of
it.
familiar. I'm familiar with the scenes, and I know
The iconic
who
scene.
gets hit by a vehicle, by a jeepney, because it's not motorized. But yeah, no. So Queen of Tears, of course, many of you guys probably not going to work today. It's kind of remember back in our day. I remember back in our day, if it was big NBA finals, especially your Jordan finals. I mean, no, you just cannot expect the kids to be in school that
No.
day, university level, right? And then maybe your whatever generation it was not going to work. I mean, the NBA finals was you're not going to go to work, where you can expect people to be absent. I don't feel that it's that way anymore, but man, back in our day, it certainly was, right?
Yeah, NBA Finals and Manny Pacquiao fights. Diba?
Sure.
Yep.
Yeah.
I know, but
Pacquiao
those
fights. And now
Sundays, yeah.
Miss Universe, right? Miss Universe pageants are also kind of like a big thing when it comes to that. So anyway, we were getting a bunch of calls while we were talking about the jeepney strike as well as the modernization. If you guys want to talk about it, sorry we weren't picking up your calls at the time, but if you want to grab maybe one or two now because we have them, and then we'll go to commercial break just to wrap up this topic, Bam, if that's cool with you.
Sure.
Let's take our first one here, 8631-0899. Good morning.
Good morning.
Hi.
Morning.
Good morning.
Yeah,
Morning.
I just want to make a comment to sabi ni Senator Bam
Sure.
about yung transition, no? Actually, Senator, back in 2017, we were already telling the jeepney drivers to incorporate themselves. Their main problem talaga, the reason why they're not getting any loans is because wala sila IPR. We were telling them back then, mag-PIR na kayo. Kasi eventually, dadating yung time na you have to take a loan para makakuha kayo ng model jeepney. So that's really the main issue eh. I think the government has already informed back in 2017 of this transition period, and nadidelay because the jeepney drivers and operators themselves ayaw nila mag-transition kasi they're not paying taxes, etc., etc. So, yun yung main problem.
Yeah, but sir, what's your name?
This is Mark.
Hi, Mark. Mark, ikaw ba yung Mark sa DOTR before?
No.
No?
I was just working with a group who's trying to modernize the jeepneys and trying to help up the jeepney drivers and operators
Okay.
na magkaroon ng transition period.
So Mark, yung pinaka suggestion ko even back then in 2017 was really simple. It was, why not put up a huge fund that could loan the jeepneys directly to the jeepney drivers and operators, and then yung babayaran,
Sorry, we lost.
Oh,
All right,
sorry.
it's okay.
It's okay. And then yung babayaran na ma-match yung boundary. No, I think that's what they're used to. Eh. Yun yung sanay sila na may boundary every day, 'di ba? So may binabayaran ka every day. If the loan could match that, 'di ba? Then I think the transition could be easier. Pero to just say, jeepney driver mag-modernize ka and then punta kang BPI, punta kang BDO at umutang ka diyan. I just don't think that's real. I don't think it's real.
Yeah,
'Di ba?
yeah.
I mean, pwede ba 'yun? 'Di ba? So, anyway, but ang point ko, yes, matagal na to, but you know, for government must be the one to bend. No, it has to be the one to provide the ways forward. Hindi pwedeng, gawin niyo to Kung magagawa niyo ba, bahala na kayo. It's not gonna work that way, no. But tama naman si Mark. This has been a long time coming, really.
Right.
Yeah.
We have a couple more on hold, but let's just maybe take one last call, and then we will have to take a break because it's already pushing 7:30. So good morning. Hello.
Hi, good morning. This is Jay.
Hey.
Hi, Jay. Good morning.
Hey, what's up?
Well, I just have a comment though. Yes, I'm all for prioritization as well. But perhaps you also need to, modernize how the jeepneys are driving the road, like the
that's pretty
safety
bad.
of the people in the road, how they drive. They do not, recognize the stops. When they get, their passengers, they stop in the middle of the street. So we want to modernize them, but we also need to modernize, their trainings, their driving, their mindset on the road because it's affecting a lot of people, cars on the road as well, and even the safety of them and their passengers, as well as the people on the road, those people that are crossing the street. So perhaps we can do that first before we modernize them because it's still going to be the same people who's going to be driving the streets.
Thank you. Well, kasama yun Kasama yun sa modernization.
Yeah.
Kasi kapag naka-consolidate na sila, the routes are consolidated.
Over him. Just that thing that was going to explode in the background. Yeah, sorry, go ahead.
And may sweldo. I'm hoping magkakasweldo sila. Hindi lang yung naghahabol sila ng kinikita araw-araw. Kasi kapag may sweldo ka, hindi ka nagmamadali. You're gonna stop. You're gonna wait for people to come in. Diba? Kasi ngayon, pupunuin mo. Diba? Kasi you want to maximize your earnings. Diba? And then nagigirian kung dun sa stop, nagmamadali yung mga tao. So hopefully, the system will also be modernized. No, they'll have salaries. They'll be stopping at the right places. They won't mind kung basta nasa tamang oras sila. They're gonna get paid, diba? So I think that's part of the modernization. Kasama naman yun. No.
That sounds good.
Yep. Yeah. How many jeepney drivers are there in the country?
250,000 jeeps yata, if I'm not mistaken. I think I read that.
250,000.
Yeah, 250,000. That's a lot.
Yeah, dude, quarter
That's a lot. Yeah, all over the Philippines.
All right, we will take a break. When we come back, we'll have more of the show again. Bam, Kay are here. Of course, Sam and I as well. You guys on playback.tv/good times. We appreciate you wherever you are around the world. We will see you in a few minutes. Don't go way back after this.
It's Good Times with Mo, Sam, and them on Magic 89.9.
7:36. You know, you get a lot of Halsey on this show. You are listening to Good Times here on Magic 89.9. Four of us in studio, kind of. Sam and Bam, of course, and Magic 89.9, and Karylle and myself remotely. But nevertheless, we have you guys streaming with us, listening to us at 8631-0899. Over the weekend, did I hear that the both of you were at the Gary V concert? No, okay, clearly, I know you were there. You were on stage singing. But Bam, did you go?
Yes, I was in the audience. I was on the night that it was Kay's mom. Si Jaja was the one.
Oh, nice. I was the proxy the first night.
I know.
That's what I saw.
So it was so cool. I thought that you would be the one because I heard that you were there on Friday night. And si Gary gives like an intro na, I had a duet with this lady and I sang with her daughter. Ganyan. So alam ko na ikaw. And then si Jaja Padilla mismo came up.
Yeah. It's their duet, I think from the 80s. I tried to confirm with my mom when it was recorded, but she just said, I'm not sure.
84.
Maybe 80s or 90s.
84, right?
84.
I remember parang Gary said 84.
Okay, cool.
Yeah,
Because she didn't know when I asked her.
But oh my gosh, when Kay came on the stage, she looked every inch the diva.
Oh, sparkly.
Yes,
Shining,
with the
shimmering
silver, oh my
splendor.
God, and the long wavy hair, and just like wow.
I wish I saw that. I wish I saw that. Yeah.
Kay, did you behave the way you behaved when Showtime was on GMA? You remember that whole kind of
who got the power?
The growling.
Was it a lot of that, or
a little bit? To be
was so
perfectly
good.
honest, Tito Gary or Ninong Gary, I've known him since I was a kid because my mom started singing when I was born.
Wow.
Quite late. So they've been music partners forever. So to sing a song Could We, which is like a breakup song with your Tito, it's so,
may awkward.
so weird.
Awkward.
So we come out of the trap door. I made a good last minute decision to like turn around because honestly I was like, oh my God. So my face going up was not okay. So sakto that I turned around to face the audience because during the rehearsal the day before, it was slanted. It was a slanted trap door and I'm in high heels. So I could just die.
Just like roll over.
I would slide down and die. So anyway, sakto naman when I started singing, I made this choice to just act that I'm not myself, just to be in a play, so to speak. So parang that worked because otherwise it'd be like, hi Tito, oh we broke up, should we get back together now? Diba? Parang labo.
Well,
and I was wearing a cape.
Oh.
So I'm wearing a cape. And then Paolo Valenciano, Tito Gary's the daughter of Pao, told me to remove the cape like Elsa. So I'm just supposed to walk and remove it. But something came over me. Who got the power? And I slammed the cape on the floor. And Tito Gary jumps at that moment. Kasi nagulat ko siya. So yeah, it was kind of like who got the power. Moa
Yes, to
version.
answer your
Congratulations. No, the whole
Thank you.
your performance. So I had friends who went on Friday, and they're so extremely happy with your performance. I went on Saturday, and my gosh, the whole concert was just galing.
It
galing.
was.
Wait, you were there too?
I was
The
there on a Friday.
You're
It's
also there.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah,
Ang galing, di
yeah.
ba?
It was so good.
Dude, ang
Big
galing.
production.
The production, the screen. That's the first time I saw a screen na slanted. So they had like huge screen behind, and then nakaslant
Yung stage.
yung stage na may screen.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
LED, yeah.
So parang may 3D effect na hindi mo maintindihan, di ba? Ang galing.
Yeah, especially with the waterfalls. No?
Right.
Ganda.
So on my row. So I Gary naman makes a joke about this, that people in the front were mga kabataan, di ba? Oh, mga kabataan kasi medyo titos and titas na talaga, no? And I guess I am a tito and tita age, di ba? And then Gary goes, I've been doing this for a long time, man. At 59, and all the guys are like, oh my God, 59? Umubo kaming lahat. Because man, his guns. He came out with the guns.
So good.
Diba? I mean, those arms, man.
Yeah.
Diba? Parang wrestling arms yun eh. Parang Hugh Jackman arms yung paglabas niya.
Yeah.
And the voice.
I really don't think
Amazing.
even it's just a product of Gary working out and being athletic. You know how kind of like LeBron is just a different kind of specimen of human. I think Gary's just a different specimen of human.
He's a
He
different
is-
specimen, but he's been a diabetic since he was born. He's a
Right.
Yeah. I mean, yun pa lang ang laking, kasi I'm diabetic too, but I'm type 2, di ba? Yung type 1, they really have a difficult time living. It's really hard.
Right.
And
I mean, but again, and that's just more a bit of a testament to he is a kind of superhuman. He really is.
I have
He's
a-
not.
Captain Planet.
I have a Gary V story. This is from Gab, his son. No, I got to hang out with Gab a lot during the last campaign. Yung kwento niya, kapag daw si Gary nagpa-practice sa bahay, he's running full speed on a treadmill habang kumakanta. I can't even talk walking on a treadmill.
Yeah.
Alam mo yun? Pag may kumakaso sa gym, di ba? Don't talk to me. Don't talk to me. He's running full speed on a treadmill and singing. Grabe, di ba? I mean, I just imagine the dedication and the commitment to his craft, right? So
3-hour concert. That's what it takes.
at 59,
Amazing.
amazing.
I love it. No, I mean, I know that this isn't his last that we'll see him, even though it is his last big, huge concert. So for everybody who was there on this, congratulations! What an amazing experience that may have been. I'm reading that Bam, you got caught on cam singing. Is that right? Bam was singing.
I didn't know.
That caught him doing that.
Oh.
Were you singing, or were you kind of like vibing? Were you moving?
So,
were you
I was
going-
like,
Tao na.
I was being the ano ba ako nun? Yung parang very over-eager audience goer. Like konting beat pa lang tatayo na. Kasi naiinis ako, iba-ibang katabi ko, ayaw tumayo. 'Di ba? So I was trying to get my little group there standing up, 'di ba? So unang ano pa lang, I'd be like, come on, to my wife, Timmy, come on, sayo tayo. 'Di ba? Because it's fun.
I need to teach you how to get your people to stand up because our whole section set up. I was like, let's go. Let's go. Yeah,
Wala
kinda
akong
has to have like
K-vibes
a
na let's
hype.
go eh. Di ko sila ma-let's
We
go.
gotta have a hype man energy.
Okay, hold on. I got a question. The four of us, can we rank who the best dancers are from the four of us that we think? Because I mean, we're not gonna sit here. We're gonna dance. Hey, I'm gonna say maybe your experience is gonna put you on top of this list. But between the three of us, Bam, Sam, and myself, who do you think is the next best dancer?
Hello, K-pop. It's Sam.
I know, but Bam's been a bit of a dancing revelation on the show these past
Really?
couple weeks.
No. Wala lang akong hiya. Kaya ako.
I need
Dance
to
and
see
sing
a
from the
video.
heart.
No, and it's part of your repertoire, isn't it?
No, di ba dance like no one is looking? Di ba may ganun, di ba?
Oh,
Dance like
naman,
no one is
yeah.
looking.
Dance like no one is watching.
I hate that advice. I always go dance
Right?
when everybody is watching because you want to save
Correct.
a little bit of face.
Mo, did you actually do a dancing show?
You
I did. So
Right.
did.
Oh my God.
Right, outside of your ASAPs and your SOPs and your music variety shows, and I've maybe done half a dozen of those. Like
What is the title?
I was on Easy Dancing.
Yes.
There you go.
Okay, so
Was it with Dayanara Torres? I
Yes.
love Dayanara.
It's a show long time ago. There was Keep On Dancing, which was on ABS, and there's Easy Dancing. Those are the two ballroom dancing shows of the time. And I was on one of them. I'm a horrific dancer. I mean,
are
please.
you?
What? Yeah, why would they
yes,
put you on a
awful.
dancing show if you're a horrific dancer?
Because I maybe could host the show.
Presenter.
Yeah,
He's
the presenter. So what they would do on my part of the dancing, they would just zoom in. And
Sa mukha, di ba? Yeah.
With your lashes.
it was like this. It's like this. So when I'm like doing the ballroom, but it's just like you just get this. And then when it's time to do kind of actual dancing shots, they would go to actual real dancers.
Oh
So-
my God. Half body dancer.
But trust me, I'm okay with this because I am the first to tell you that I cannot do it. Like I've had scenes. I remember doing a scene, and I forgot if this was like a star drama or I don't know, whatever. But I remember there was a scene where I was on a horse, and I don't know how to horseback. So what happens is there's a guy who's crawling on the ground pulling this horse and it's just this. You just get this. And I'm just like, the farm life, is hard. But that's kind of how I got away with stuff like this. And I'll be the first to tell you, I'm terrible. I'm a terrible actor. I'm a terrible dancer.
Oh my God. And to this day, you're still half body. Are
body.
you manananggal?
I should be. It should be a nickname for me. But I don't know, Sam. I'm trying to picture you as a dancer. I mean, you're very lanky.
Very graceful.
Yeah, so I
Ballerina.
feel like there might be a
Oh
lot
gosh,
of...
that's insulting to ballerinas.
Nagbali ka ba? Feeling ko nagbali ka nung ba?
child,
Exactly. Ayun,
yeah,
di ba?
as a
Feeling ko
child.
nagbali.
I don't think Sam is a good organized dancer. I think she might be a good kind of vibe lounge club dancer.
No, but I think I'm past my heyday. I mean, I used to go clubbing a lot.
Ooh.
Yeah, I would go out dancing, and then when I
Please
stopped,
tell us which club so we know.
I don't want to date myself that much.
Please.
But
Giraffe.
Just one.
Huwag naman giraffe.
wag naman giraffe. Ay, grabe. No, like wasabi.
Euphoria. Euphoria ba?
Pravda.
Okay.
Wow, girl.
Do these names ring a bell for you, Kay? Like, did you go to these places?
I started going out when it was Temple.
Temple, where else? Yan, mga ganyan. But then,
Where
but,
else?
yeah.
I have no idea what you guys are
Started
talking about.
early.
What?
Kami kasi
Liar.
Mamunluk, Guda, Tapaking. Pag sa gabi, tapaking tayo.
If you said Wildflower, you are still currently dancing at night
And then,
till 12 o'clock.
yeah, don't they have like, I heard they have like a parang 80s night ba yan? Or like, yeah. And
In
it's throwing
Wildflower.
it way back, yeah. But my point being, like, I used to do this, and then when I stopped going out, I lost my mojo. Wala.
So you're not a good dancer anymore.
I don't think I am. No.
Can I? You want me to play something now and then just kind of see how we all ad lib
Absolutely
and
not.
be judged by that?
No.
I mean, I think that would be awesome. I mean, Sam, should we have a little dance off right now with the four of us? I think so.
I think so.
Sam, you ready? You good with it?
Gary V, who's 59 years old, is watching us going, oh my goodness.
Sana ha, pauna para.
He still got it talaga, no?
He does. He does.
Galing.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. You know,
Now, Bam, I think we talk about it, and a lot of people talk about it when it comes to Gary V, but this whole national artist thing. And do you have to be dead to be a national artist?
No.
Do you know?
no, not at all.
Mr. C. Ryan Kayabyab is very much alive and having a concert
alive?
next month.
Oh,
Sweet.
nice.
So, like, what's the delay on someone like a Gary? I mean, what's going on? I mean, pull some strings, Bam. Let's go.
Not now.
Who nominated?
Parang not now, di ba?
Do they get nominated?
You
They
do.
get nominated
You
by
do.
like a fellow national artist? Is that how it works?
I don't know. I have no idea.
I don't know.
But sometimes
I don't
it's-
know the process. Actually.
I think hindi ba si Gary is still sa bagay, even Ryan Kayabyab is still current and yet they gave him a national
Right.
artist
He's not
award.
like
di ba?
retired,
Oo,
right?
yeah,
So I feel like this is kind of overdue.
I would
Let's go.
I would
Jump on this.
absolutely give Gary V a National Artist Award. I mean, he has represented the country in so many ways. So in the concert, he goes from 80s hits, Growing Up, Getting Down, which was a whole Baguettes thing. Agamulak was there, by the way, and they were dancing. It was a lot of fun. All the way to Babalik Ka Rin.
Yeah.
You know, which of course parang unofficial theme song ng the OFs, di ba?
Yeah.
Babalik ka rin. Sana maulit muli. So love songs, hataw na. Then of course, I don't think he wrote Take Me Out of the Dark, My Lord. I don't think he wrote that, di ba? But that's sort of naging signature.
Was it Derek Freddy Santos?
Oh, is that a Filipino creation?
Yeah.
Take Me Out of the Dark? Wow, okay. But that's become like a really big song sa spiritual songs, di ba? I mean, my wife was crying sa Take Me Out of the Dark. That was his last song, by the way.
It was a very kind of like worshipy.
Yes, vibe. Yes.
Very
yeah. And all the way to Glock 9, which was just released a few months ago. There was he's now the parang the featured artist in a Glock 9 song. Yung awit ka ng awit, which is really cool because it's Glock 9, right? Diba? So, I mean, lahat ng genre talagang nagawa niya excellently.
Yeah.
Yung isa na napansin ko, his songs in the 80s were all in English. Not all. A lot of them were in English. And parang you don't hear that much English OPM songs now, diba? Because the duet with Jaja Padilla was English.
But there was a Filipino version with Miss Regine Velasquez. I don't know when that came out.
Of the same song?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
It was translated.
Or parang they did English and Filipino songs back then, right?
More Tagalog now.
Kasi growing up,
Di
diba?
Bali na lang was 80s, no?
Yes, definitely 80s. Di Bali na lang. Hataw na was 90s, I think. Right? Or late 80s or 90s.
With
Shout
Sayawe.
for Joy, Sayawe. Yun pa. So I think, you know, there were a few people I think, like, I like the worship vibe. I liked it. There were a few people I think who were not so, like, parang medyo they were like, parang it's new to them. Hindi naman sila complaining, but I could sense na on the worship parts, medyo hindi sila into it. And sa loob-loob ko, but that's Gary V.
Yeah,
I mean,
know.
diba? That's who he is, diba? So how can you go to a Gary V concert and not expect, I mean, si Warrior is a Child tsaka si Take Me Out of the Dark. May Lead Me Lord pa siya with Ice Segura. That was also so cool.
Oh, she wasn't in the version I saw.
Oh, sorry. Was it the Lead Me Lord yung kanta ni Ice Segura? Basta
I think Lead Me Lord was with the whole choir.
sorry. What was the Ice Segura? I will be here. I will be here.
With Isa Sigera.
Yes. And that's a little bit of a may pagka-religious song ang I will be here, di ba? Medyo.
Could You Be Messiah pala is Derek Freddy. I can't find who composed Take Me Out of the Dark.
But diba, just talking about the songs that Gary V has sung and popularized, diba? Parang grabe, no? It's like your lifetime, right?
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, yung katabi ko, sabi niya, bakit di niya kinanta yung Di Na Natuto? Da-da-da-da-da-dum. He didn't. And baka kasi hindi niya urig. Baka apo yun na kinanta niya. Tama ba? Si Di Na Natuto.
Yeah, that's an odd one not to sing.
Not to sing. That was the only one na he didn't sing na very closely attached to Gary V.
Somebody on the chat room just put a song that I did with Gary. I completely forgot I did a song with
You
Gary.
did a song with Gary V?
Like it's a recording?
Yeah, it's on my album. I can't believe what kind of an able am I where I don't even remember that I have one with him.
Dude, were you rapping?
Yeah, it's a part of my life that I wanted to kind of put away, and then somebody sent a link and says, "Oh, look, here's the Gary V song that you
What's
did."
the title?
I am not saying that. We had to take a break
Can
because
we
it's
hear
already
it?
like.
Can we
what are you
hear
talking-
the song?
No.
Come
yeah, here. You want to hear the
on.
song? Yeah,
I want to hear the
let's-
song. I want to hear your
let's-
part.
Right,
Yeah.
Here we go.
No.
I am not playing this song over my dead body.
Search
my
nga, Mo Twister, Gary V song.
We can
Ayan.
search it tomorrow when we're not on the show anymore.
Oh, nawala.
Yeah,
Okay.
good. Let it stay gone.
Sample.
What's the what did
Make you
Janelle say
move,
with the
dude.
sample
Make
thing?
you move. Mo
Oh,
Twister, Gary Valenciano. 2000.
Yeah, 2000. Oh, I
80s,
can't believe that.
2000.
I don't even remember this happened. Honestly don't even remember this happened
It's on Spotify.
Forget something like that.
because it's traumatic and you put it away. This is worse than your Kaliwa Kaliwa. Hey.
Wait, did you
Yeah.
rap on the song? Is that
Could
what
be.
happened?
Yeah, like it's just I'm trying to put my music days behind me, but now that it's all coming back, you know, Gary showing up at the studio, we did the song together. It's crazy. Now that my god.
Yeah, now would be a great
I
time
would
for a
be
new
so
album.
proud. May
EP,
kanta ka with
whatever.
Gary V. Oh my gosh, na magiging national
Please,
artist
hold
because
on.
of the show?
Hold on. If he didn't perform it over the weekend, then I'm angry.
It's okay. Apparently, Di Na Natuto was also missed.
I know, but Gary, I thought we were bros.
So sa press con, pare, Mr. Gary V, ano yung mga kantang you regret not adding. Di na natuto tsaka make you move. With my friend Mo Twister.
We're banning all Gary music from now on. All right. Anyway, we got to take a break. Bam, can you hang out a bit? So after the break, we can kind of say
sure.
Yep. We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll have more of the show. Don't go away. Back after this.
It's Good Times with Mo, Sam, and them on Magic 89.9.
You know, we should have just let Bam, just had him leave before the commercial break. I know I asked him to hang out a little bit.
So yes, while we were on break, we were listening to your song with Gary V. Yeah, very
Will Smith.
Na, 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 na,
Hey, da 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 da. Hindi ko alam mo, ikaw palang Will Smith ng Pilipinas.
Oo nga.
May mga ganyan, di ba? Yung siya ang something ng Pilipinas.
Will Smith ka pala.
Looking for something to do. I'm going to walk out. I think that's...
Walk out of your own
go.
show. I want to see. We're going to finally see your other half.
No,
Yeah,
but okay, jokes aside, not a bad song.
It wasn't.
It's not.
24 years ago. 25 years ago.
No, I was going to say very 2000s.
Exacto.
Yes.
Diba?
Oh,
Very
yeah.
2000s. Y2K.
And again,
Y2K.
I shouldn't have brought it up at all, actually. And I can't believe, sometimes I always get wowed, and I don't know, Kay, if you come across this, and Sam and Bam, how more, like, people know about your life more than you know about your life.
Yeah.
Like, you literally told me, Mo, did you ever have a song with Gary V? I would have said no.
Dude,
Why would he hang out with me?
Serious question.
It took somebody to show me you did have one. I'm like, oh my God, I did? No, sincerely, that's 100% true.
Serious
I have
question.
no idea that I
Hindi
had
ba
a
high
song.
point yan na may album? I don't know if was it an album or a song?
It's a whole album,
Oh,
yeah.
isn't that a high point? May album ka?
No, it's not.
No?
And I would rather do my easy dancing shots of thinking than remember this album. No, listen, I don't remember some of this stuff. And I guess, yeah, if you do it now, if you tell me now, I'll be like, yeah, that's cool. I can't believe it. You're right. I see the merit behind it. But what's crazy is more people know about your lives than, and that's also very flattering. But it is wild that if somebody said, hey, do you ever have a song with Gary V? I would live like, of course not. What stupidity is that? He would never do a song with me.
Ako, you know, it's not about my lives. It's about my loss. Like there are sometimes people come up to me talking about some of the laws I've done, and I totally forgot that it was my law. Yeah. Yeah. Uy, Sen, yung ganyan.
Exactly.
And I'm like, oh yeah, syempre smile ka lang. And
How
I'm like,
many are you at right now?
50 plus.
Oh.
50 plus.
Okay.
Yeah. Medyo marami rin. Medyo marami rin.
Yeah.
And because some of the laws like help very specific groups,
Of course,
diba?
they will not forget
They
that.
will not forget, diba? But sometimes I'm like, oh, shucks, batas ko pala yun, diba? So,
It's kind of nice that you don't, like, what's the word? Yung parang...
Well, okay, after of the 50, how many can you remember?
10, 7.
Really?
Oh my God. It's time to review.
No, honestly, no, don't ask me to enumerate. Basta si Free College yung pinakasikat dyan. That's the pinakasikat one. But, after the 7th or the 8th, medyo it's hard to remember already.
But yeah, I think what I was trying to say was like, you don't, wow, I guess I did not know what I was going to say. No, but like,
We're all
you do
forgetful,
all
aren't we?
of these things that, have such an impact on people's lives, but you don't dwell there. You're like, okay.
No, actually,
on to the
pinapatattoo ko
next.
siya sa katawan ko. Yung bawat batas. Parang prison break.
likod, kaya
Parang prison break.
mo siya.
May mga tattoo. No.
Do you have a law that of the 7 that you remember? Do you have a law that you thought was going to really just do amazing things,
dude,
and has felt
all-
short from what your reality?
All of the laws that I passed, I thought would do amazing things. That's why you work hard to pass them. But unfortunately, there are some, their time has not come. So for example, Youth Entrepreneurship Act, including financial literacy and entrepreneurship in the curriculum. That's a law, unimplemented. Unimplemented by DepEd. They didn't want to do it. So I go, why aren't you
You ever
doing
make
it? It's a law.
calls to them? Like you ever kind of,
Yeah.
I don't know, maybe the way that lobbyists do, you're like, hey man, where's my law, dude? Let's go.
No, hindi lang call. Like during the budget hearing, you're gonna ask them, oh, I've got your budget. Why aren't you implementing my law? Yung sagot noon ni Secretary Briones, Sen, hindi kaya ng mga teachers natin magturo ng financial literacy kasi kahit sila baon sa utang. And our teachers are heavily indebted. So it's like, I have to teach my teachers first before they're able to teach the students financial literacy. And that's a serious thing. So sabi ko, okay. That's what I was gonna say. Like, okay. Gawin mo na muna yan, please. But until now, hindi pa rin siya implemented. I had a law that when it was implemented in Mexico and China, really like supported a lot of small businesses. Unimplemented pa rin siya until now. Basically, in the Philippines, sorry, back to utang. Diba? Back to the utang of our jeepney drivers. How do banks assess you para makautang ka? In the Philippines, it's land. Diba?
Land?
Lupa. Yeah. Kung may lupa ka, kung may ari-arian, diba? It's a term, then pwede ka makautang. Most banks, right? They're gonna ask for collateral. What do you got? Diba? Most Filipinos don't have land.
Yeah.
In other countries, they can use their intellectual property. They can use their accounts receivable, yung utang sa business nila. If you're a farmer, you can use number of trees, number of heads of cattle, diba? In other countries, that's how you loan. Here, they have to look for hard property or hard assets, diba? So that law would have made a registry, and this is normal, by the way. This is not new. This is done in other countries. A registry where you can lodge your movable collateral. So your, kunyari, may business idea ka. You can lodge it there, and then banks will now be able to use that registry so they can loan you money. So when this was passed in Mexico, China, all these other countries, it unlocked so much loans for small businesses. Napasa na yan, hindi pa rin siya implemented now. The registry isn't done yet. Yeah. So maraming ganyan. That's why, and back to the SK story with San Pedro, sabi ko, even if you get something passed, you're able to pass an ordinance in their case. You have to make sure it's funded, it's implemented, it's done well. Because if no one's watching, nothing's happening.
Right.
Yeah, and that's just the sad truth. So, dun sa 50 plus, siguro mga kalahati dyan na i-implement naman. And yung kalahati, kailangan pa siyang ma-implement. Yeah.
Wow. Interesting. Okay. Wow. Jeez. That's that's pretty wild. And again, like you said, like all of them, you have high hopes for. And the reality is, often it runs short. But I guess that is just kind of the world we live in, right?
It's how it is.
But it doesn't stop you. Yeah, it doesn't stop you from working your ass off to kind of get these things going. But Bam, thanks for hanging out with us. A lot of fun with you today, as usual on Mondays. Always great reviews, also from our listeners. When you're here, they just kind of like the vibe of the Monday show because of the stuff we talk about. So keep it coming, brother. We'll see you in May. Yes?
Thank you. Wala ba akong exit music na make you move dyan?
No.
Make you move out the door.
Make you move out the door. Gary. Wala. Thank you, everyone.
Thank
Congrats, Kay. Thanks, Mo. Thanks, Sam. Thank you, everybody.
We'll see you, Bam. We will take a break so we can catch up on this because we still have that top of the hour break that needs to be played when we come back, the three of us, till 9 o'clock. Don't go away. See you in a bit.
It's Good Times with Mo, Sam, and them on Magic 89.9.
You listen to Good Times here, Magic 89.9, three of us. Thanking Bam, by the way, for hanging out with us as he usually does on Monday. Kay is with her doggy. Sam is in studio by herself, and I am outside as well. Our phone number is 863-10-899 if you want to call us, get yourself on the show until 9 o'clock. So last night we had a podcast episode, Alex and I, and we had a question that came in from a girl in, I believe it was Los Angeles, who had a problem with her boyfriend liking photos of his coworkers and their kind of like sexy shots, And we had this discussion regarding dangers of liking photos, whether was she just being jealous and OA, or is there a assessment that you need to make with the way your partner likes photos? So I thought maybe it would be kind of a great topic to discuss here, the dangers of liking pictures. Now, I think maybe the like button shouldn't be a heart, because I think the heart is not like, and it makes it look worse.
Petition to change icon.
Yeah. Petition to change like should not be a heart. But let me kind of ask you guys. So obviously, you guys have boyfriends. I'm going to say your boyfriend is your husband too, okay, in this context. But do you police the liking of photos on social media?
No, I think the more dangerous one is the algorithm. Check the algorithm.
Yeah, so you go to the search, you go to that thing. Okay, so this is perfect because we're going to get to that as well. I don't think the algorithm is as dangerous, but fine. If that's what you really think, then great. But do you really believe that?
No, it's just funny because Yael's algorithm is really funny.
So what's
What do you
on there
see?
that what's
There are
on there
animals.
that makes you uncomfortable?
Nothing. There are animals. Too much Queen of Tears.
Okay.
And then WNBA players.
That's so safe. I love
Is the
it.
WNBA player thing safe?
Yeah, but they're really
Oh.
sexy and
Oh,
fit.
WNBA. Sorry. I missed the W.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's in Las Vegas Aces.
Oh, is he? Oh, lovely. Okay, back to
Of course.
Yeah, no, I mean, and again, they're okay. Does he got like who does he like? The Kelsey, what's her face?
Everyone. Yeah. So they have a lot of gym photos. They're also playing, and they're all really like statuesque and gorgeous.
Mm.
Hmm.
Do I hear a little bit of a problem with this, Miss K?
No.
Are you sure?
Not really. How do you feel about it?
No, yeah,
have
no.
no
Because that's
issue?
the whole topic. The whole topic is how do you truly feel about this? Is it?
Really feel?
Yeah, is it
I
a
mean-
problem?
So if I get jealous, I can't help it. I want everybody.
Yeah. So is it a problem?
I'm more bothered by the idea that he needs to watch dog videos to cry.
What? That is the
What the hell?
purpose.
He likes the puppy rescues.
And he'll do this when he needs a good cry.
I don't know. This is a daily thing. Wouldn't you be bothered? He's listening to Hi Yael.
Hi, L. Yeah. So wait. Let's get back to kind of the original question. Do you have no problem with him liking certain pictures?
No, I never thought about mine either. So yeah. So no.
Sam,
Yes.
you have a problem with this?
Huge
Is there a
problem.
danger? Is there a danger in liking photos?
Yes. Yes.
All right, you're keeping it real. What do you got?
No, I don't want to see him liking like, bikini photos of like other girls. And there's a lot of them out there.
What about if he liked every photo of a girl's?
Oh yeah, like in succession.
Oh,
Yeah,
no
like-
way. There's no way. So is it either or? Parang
Well, no. I'm just talking about the dangers per se, like the general dangers of liking photos. It could be, yeah, fine, just bikini photos of random hot chicks online. But what if it's a girl he knows? What if it's a girl he knows?
And it's just like a harmless, I don't know, whatever.
Well, it's harmless when it's one every 10, 15, fine. But what if in succession? It's like for the last 20 posts, see his name showing up there.
Nope. I'm the only one that he can like in succession.
Aw.
Yeah, nope.
Oh, wow.
Hey, you really mean this?
Yes.
I'm with you. I'm with you more than I am, say, when Kate says, well, he's, liking photos of dogs crying or whatever. But, no, I'm with you on this one.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Hmm.
Or no, Yael also loves to leave comments
On what, though?
Like on the
on
dog videos?
every photo. No, any. Like I guess he finds the lead actress in Queen of Tears really pretty, so he likes and comments.
What does
on
he
her
say?
Photos.
What does he say?
I
Fire.
don't know.
Fire.
You're fired as my boyfriend.
You you know what you do when your boyfriend puts fire, reply to it and put the fire and then apostrophe D.
I did get a message. Somebody sent me fire, and it kind of freaked me out.
Oh, there's
there he is to
Explain
defend
yourself.
Oh, he's just
There.
trying to show his joke.
There he is. What
What's
joke is
that?
this? What is that?
It's the lead actor in Queen of Tears, and he said, "Comment is convertible."
Convertible?
Chebol.
Kasi sa chebol.
Oh.
And then he's like, 71 likes.
But he's the one that handles the social media. Is that what I heard him say? He's a big social media guy when he was on the show.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah. So I wonder if that mindset of liking pictures. So, 8631089 is our phone number, by the way, if you want to call us and comment about this. Is there a danger over liking pictures? And what is that danger? What is your problem? What is it where if you see a certain pattern, you're like, okay, this is a red flag? Because
Love it.
the phrase itself, oh, just liking a photo, it's not that big of a deal. But
Hearting it.
yeah, well, see, that's the thing, because the hearting and the liking is the same thing, and the heart is a little stronger, I think, it just doesn't have the same exchange rate. But
Yeah.
yesterday, or it was actually today for me, there were people saying, but we're just being so OA about this whole liking photos nonsense. It shouldn't be that big of a deal. But my retort was, hey, a pattern is a pattern. If you can really kind of identify a pattern, that's a problem. Let's take some calls. 8631089. Good morning.
Hi.
Oh, sorry.
Call us
And I
back,
think, Sam,
please.
that's what you're saying is you have a problem with pattern.
Yep.
Now, what if it's just some random one, like just one innocent beach shot?
Beach
Like,
shot
hey,
talaga.
nice beach. Nice.
No, like
Nice
bikini
welcome
shot.
drink.
Wearing a bikini.
Yeah. It's a bikini shot, but it's in a beach. The context is right. It's not a bathroom shot off a mirror.
Right.
It's
So-
you're
Summer
literally
vibes.
Okay,
Yeah.
so if it's that kind of post and he liked it, and
But
then
it's Ivana Alawi. it's somebody super hot.
right,
It's worse.
right. Parang, and then if he liked like some, like a smattering of other posts that are not bikini shots, then maybe I could overlook that. But if it's like all the pictures or like just that
yeah,
one, or if it's just that one bikini shot when he doesn't even like all the other stuff, then we got a problem.
Yeah. I just really love red bikinis. What if that's what he'll say?
Like
That's
that,
even
really,
worse.
that's your answer to my. I like red bikinis. Seriously.
Oh.
I am trying to think if you're being all A or not. I'm going to lean towards not. Let's take some calls, though. Good morning. Hello.
Hi.
You're strict. I think you're strict, Sam, but I'm okay.
Yeah.
I'm okay with
Good
it.
morning.
Good morning.
This is Jerome.
Hi,
Jerome,
Jerome.
what's up?
Yeah, for me, I don't have a problem on liking the photos. Pero yung wife ko kasi, okay lang sa kanya mag-like ng yung mismong post. Pero yung iisa-isa mo, for example, there's a 20 picture na naka-bikini. Yun, isa-isa mong i-like yun for sure lagot ako.
Oh,
Yeah.
100%.
Kasi para sa kanya, okay lang yung post eh. Pero kapag yung isa-isa mo, there's a tendency na kapag isa-isa mo picture, i-zoom mo pa yun eh. So kapag zoom mo, baka may titignan ka pang something. So yun yung ayaw niya naman. Kaya okay lang yung
I don't
one
think those
post.
two things are. Yeah, I don't think those two things are related. But yeah, if you're doing every single one, man, that's a pattern. So it's tough. It's tough to justify that with the spouse. Thanks, Jerome.
Tapos,
Appreciate you.
yeah, thank you.
Thank
Right.
you.
Oh, wait, hold on. One last thing. Is it change? Does it change if it's a celebrity? Because if it's a celebrity feeling, you can like every single one of them because it's unattainable.
Yeah, celebrity okay lang kasi safe naman. Walang
Yeah.
mangyayari for sure.
Yeah. Okay, so it's when it's non-celebrities, your friends. So
Yes, pag nasa
that's what's
yun, may
really
danger.
dangerous. Yeah. Thanks. Have a good day. Bye. That's what it is, right, Sam? Like, what if he's liking every Kendall Jenner photo? Who cares, right? Kylie Jenner, who cares?
Yeah.
But if it's a girl he really knows,
Right.
dude, kahit one like, fired. Let's
One
take it-
like one away.
Hello?
Oh, there. Sorry. Hi, morning.
Hello, caller.
Hi, MJ here. Good morning,
Hi,
Samo,
MJ.
Karylle.
What's up?
Yeah, so I would agree with what Karylle said. Check the algorithm because I think it's more alarming compared to the reacts or the likes that he's living.
You disagree? Yeah.
Because there's this trend in TikTok wherein you'll check your boyfriend's phone and then you'll have to scroll 10 times. And then if you don't see anything that is like suspicious or sexy girls in bikini, it means that your boyfriend is loyal. So yeah, I would agree that it's more alarming if you check his algorithm and there are like sexy girls in the feed, because it means that he may be spending time viewing them or zooming in, playing videos with those girls or what. So I don't mind liking him liking photos, but I do mind what his feed looks like. So,
Is wild. I take no again, this is all personal, right? But I take no threat with the algorithm, because so often the algorithm is bombarded with celebrities and just the unattainable stranger. So I don't worry about that too much. And remember, I think I saw an 8fact app, 8fact the account a couple of days ago. We retain our #1 ranking for Pornhub, the Philippines. We're a perennial porn power, okay, in the world. So every year it's the same. We are #1. And if you're upset at an algorithm, let me remind you that your guys are on Pornhub more than anybody else in the world.
I have a question about the algorithm. Isn't it affected by the people who are in your network as well?
Yeah, and in your vicinity, like the ones you hang out with.
So
Is that true?
That's why I'm not making a big deal about the algorithm. I think when you like a photo, that's a choice, a conscious choice.
Yeah, that's a solid vote.
Yeah, exactly. It is a move. You created action. The algorithm is a product of circumstance.
I know, but I can't fight with Yael with his likes. I'm trying to find something to fight about.
Which is the algorithm.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. Check what his Pornhub time is. Thanks for the call, love. Appreciate you. Have a good day.
Thank
Bye.
you, MJ.
bye. Thank you.
Yeah, so I'm not so, the algorithm it varies so greatly.
I know, just find something new to fight about.
Exactly. Good morning.
That's what I'm doing.
Hi.
Hello?
Hello.
Hi, who's this?
Hello?
Yes, you're on the show, my dear. Good morning.
Amy, hi. My husband is obsessed with Karylle.
Crash landing.
Ito?
Crash landing.
Okay. Yep.
Right,
Tapos?
right. Yeah, it's alarming. It's scary levels already.
What?
Yeah,
This is
how scary? What are we talking
about? Yeah, like how is this alarming?
It's already searches the whole day.
The whole day.
Yeah, I mean, it started with me having my Hyunbin face.
Uh-huh.
And then I guess,
Napasa
and then
mo.
I'm done. Yeah, I'm done with my face, and he's like totally still into it.
Okay, so are you mad at this because you're the one who started it and you had a phase yourself? Just because your phase ended, why?
At first, it was amusing, but not anymore.
So do you fight him because of it?
No, not really, but yeah, sometimes.
What the hell am I hearing? So you do or you don't?
Sometimes it's he won't even talk to me, especially if the girl has toes. I mean, he's totally a fan.
How far are we from you telling him to block her?
Oh. Okay.
Are we getting there? Are we getting close?
I guess because he went to Korea searching all over for them.
Your husband went to Korea?
We, the whole family with the kids.
Oh, okay.
And we were like searching all over for them. I mean, like, what are the chances, right?
So this
Sam,
is when
what are the chances? What are the chances, Sam, to go to Seoul and
Yeah. So this
it's not
was
like Philippines that you can find them. See, Filipinas, you can kind of find your celebs. Sorry, go ahead. Go.
So this was when you were very much into the Hyunbin phase yourself.
No, I was like all over it already.
Oh my gosh. And then he dragged the whole family to go find Son Ye-jin?
Oh, yeah. I mean, we all wanted to. I mean, my teenage girls were also like into Korean stuff, K-pop stuff. So he used that.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Hey, sorry. Okay, go ahead. What?
I get it. You know, it's when your husband just takes away your joy by overdoing what you used to do.
Oh my
and
gosh,
now,
you're right. You're in this situation too.
like he went to Korea by himself. Isn't that worse?
That's right. Do you know if he has any future plans? Like, what's the next step?
He better not forget me next time.
Yeah, no, but I mean, our caller.
Oh, God damn it, the caller. I was going to say, are you concerned? Because okay, I know she's exaggerating. I don't know that, but I feel like she's exaggerating. Any of you guys worried about your spouses getting into stalker level? About
Because it is a crime.
Well, outside of being crime, I mean, we're starting to go
In Korea,
into
lalo.
the mental part too, right? It's any of you guys concerned that your spouse is starting to get into stalker level? I don't care if it's Korean stuff. Maybe it's not Korean stuff. Basketball, it could be anything. It could be local celebrity. But I think this is an interesting standalone topic itself. Maybe for another day, or if you guys want to call now, fine. We can kind of take it the whole way here. But do you have a partner? Maybe even a friend. I'll extend it to friend. Because we all so quick to say in this stalker yan, but no one actually admits they're friends with one. Stalkers probably have to have friends. Do any of you have a friend that you're concerned might be a stalker or stalker level?
Right, because social media allows this.
Yeah. Or Kay, maybe you're married to a stalker.
Kay's not laughing.
Is it? Can I call the show? 863-10899.
No, but I mean, if she was saying her husband or boyfriend is there all day long, that's bitch stalker level.
Yeah, liking every post, right?
Okay, would you say you're obsessed, or Yael is obsessed with QOT?
He is super obsessed, and his algorithm says so. But I did just show Sam my feed with my opas and how I've sent them messages since 2017, and it's creepy.
It was a
So I
sobering
am a
moment
stalker myself.
for Kay,
Yeah, I
yes.
showed her my DMs. I'm just sliding into their DMs.
Good. If you're
No.
hitting the DM, if you're hitting the DM, that's a problem. Let's take some calls.
Their story app, so the whole world can see.
Okay, that's safe. That's safe. Good morning.
Hello, good morning, everyone. Marge here.
Marge, hi.
Hi. Are we still talking about like the danger of liking social media posts?
Correct.
Sure.
Yes. So we started. I and my husband, we were driving when we were listening to you guys, and we were like, "Oh my gosh, we have an entry for this."
Entry, I love it.
And we're very passionate about this because we really talked about this so much before we started. At the start of our dating relationship, we're married now, and pretty much we have decided not to do it. So we really believe like the eyes is the window of the soul, right? And so men are very visual as well, and we feel like it might not be dangerous right now, but it's like an impending danger. So like you mentioned earlier about patterns, and I feel like patterns has to start with something, and so. I'm catching my breath. Like, patterns has to start with something or somewhere. And so if you like one post, there's a bigger chance that it will happen again and again. And men are visual. I mean, women can be visual as well, although like when we hear words, when we hear men speak about, substantial things, they kind of get our attention. But men are like easily visual people. And so for me, it might not be dangerous right now, but it definitely is an impending danger. So that would be my say.
What about the unattainable girls though that he may be liking? I'm talking about Margot Robbie. Insert Kylie Jenner or whatever. Like, are you policing?
I mean, I think it's at a certain level it's okay, but then you also want to be able to set out boundaries for yourself and also for your relationship and for your marriage. You know what I mean? Like. Sure, these girls are unattainable, or like they're beyond our reach. But then again, it's still things like this has to start with somewhere,
Parang it's like yes, the girls are unattainable, but it's like the spirit of doing something
the
like
habit that you develop within yourself. And I feel like if that's something that can tempt a person or can tempt a relationship, or if it can interrupt a relationship, then might as well set boundaries 10 feet away so that you don't get to fall into that trap. And it'll be too late by then. Yeah.
Do you think your boyfriend, or was it husband or boyfriend?
Husband now.
Husband. Okay. Do you think your husband does not watch pornography?
I'm very sure he doesn't, because we both have access to all our accounts. And like his laptop, I can use anytime. My laptop, he can use anytime. So maybe in the past, for both of us, I would say, yeah.
Wow, man, that is so.
But we enjoy it, you know. Like, we enjoy the level of intimacy that brings. It's like it's the fruit of that discipline and the fruit of that commitment is the level of intimacy that we enjoy, I would say. It's like so much worth it.
I don't know what to say, man. I mean, I'm glad that you called and articulated what your thoughts are, and good for you. And great that if you feel strongly about, or if your confidence level is as you say it is. I just do not think. I mean, I just because I know guys, like your husband, if he's listening right now, because you said you were
right now.
Probably cringing. Just cringing. I'm like, oh my god, my wife is being my wife. You know, it's just. I think it could feel like a prison.
Do you feel like a prisoner?
No, hindi naman.
Just blink. Hey, bro, blink if
you're being held against your will.
Okay.
Past that part, I guess.
How old are you?
34.
Don't quiz him. Just nod along, Mo.
All right. Okay. No. Yeah. Good times. Thanks.
Thank
Have a good day.
you.
All right. Bye. Appreciate the call, though. It's sincerely.
Yay. I love how they were so excited to have an entry. You know, and you want to make sure that you say something substantial. Hindi yung wala lang.
And to call it an entry. Oh my gosh, how cute.
They've been waiting for like a great story to tell. So thank you for listening.
Hashtag real talk. Do you think that he's really like? Do you think she is?
So what is your position? Is like it's impossible for a guy to have some sort of secret online life where he's looking at stuff he's not supposed to be looking at?
Rephrase that one more time. Sorry to repeat it one more time. It's the first part that I want to make sure I heard it correctly. What did you say?
So your position is that it's impossible for a guy not to have some secret online activity, you know, doing stuff he's not supposed to be doing.
So it's only secret if your parameters are as strict as that girl's call.
Okay.
Is okay. She gave a very strict kind of boundary, and when you say it's impossible to guys to not have a secret life, yes. If we lived in her rules, if we lived in her world, it would be impossible to not have a secret life, because I thought hers were outrageous.
Oh, because normally it wouldn't be a secret, is what you're saying, but now it has to be secret.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be a secret because she's so strict.
Okay.
Now you're strict too, Sam, but I think you're within reason. I think what you're saying is okay. I may need to kind of dissect a little bit more about what your mind's at. I think you're strict, but I'm okay. I think I'm okay. That last girl felt very, there's a kind of a creepy, controlling dictatorship.
What was it? Wait, what was their thing? Na parang we just don't like pictures, period. We just don't do that.
They're just trying to frame their relationship a certain way so that they would be more intimate with each other. I don't know, something like that is what I get.
So yeah, we just don't. We don't like.
I think he's got a second account.
Oh.
I have a second account.
I think he's got a second account.
This is all speculation. What was
it? Is speculation.
Yeah.
It's speculation.
But if it works for them, maybe that's why they wanted to create the ground rules, diba?
34 years old, and he's like, Mo, I'm past that part of my life.
34, yeah.
And bro, blink if you need an intervention.
What's your ground rules for this stuff, Mohan? You and Chopper.
The problem sometimes, look, listen, if Chopper says she's uncomfortable with this, she's uncomfortable with it, and I will,
honor that.
Honor that, right? If she gets to a level where I think I'm uncomfortable with okay, Blackpink was here, I couldn't go to the concert, and that's fine. I mean, okay, fine. I'll go to the line. I'll go to the line to buy the merch, but I can't go the next day with the concert. I am super okay that she has crushes that are oppas. Super okay. There are though a couple of say Hollywood stars you would think are unattainable. So let's say, hey, throw me a Hollywood like Zac Efron, right? She's like, oh, I have a big crush on say Zac Efron. Now this is not Zac Efron, but there have been a couple where all of a sudden I see A-list Hollywood star in her DM.
Whoa!
Yeah. So it's not as unattainable as you may think.
Wait, because she made contact with him first, or
well, yeah, let's say, yeah. So no, she didn't make contact with him. Like I don't want to paint a picture that she's sliding into DMs, but she would make a comment and like, oh hey, you were great on the show. All of a sudden, I see DM, A-list Hollywood celebrity, and it's not those hoy salamata. It's here's my number, like that.
Wow.
But that's the problem with the guys. Guys are guys,
right?
So I think it's different where me as a guy, I know for sure Jenny of Blackpink is not going to message me, even if I've spent time with her. But I have seen the reality where your A-list Hollywood legit celebrity would show up.
Yeah. And I think even
because my wife is attractive.
Yeah, she is. And I think more so here, in the Philippines, I guess, we do what we do and we actually do come in contact with these celebrities. And so I think it's even more in the realm of possibilities that, they can connect.
Yeah. And remember, this is not exclusive to my experience. Is not this one time. Past girlfriends, same thing. I have seen A-list global celebrities DMing them and wanting to meet up, especially ones that come into the country.
Yeah.
Big band last weekend. So Manila came in. I've seen one of the band members there DM her and say, "Hey, let's go hang out." With a I miss you in there, with a something like that. And I'm like, wait a minute. Whoa. What's the background on this? It's all of a sudden the unattainable is not so unattainable.
Right.
I've had this and I've seen that. So I don't subscribe to the unattainable part so much, but I also know it's pretty distant reality.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah. So those WNBA players love rock music. Okay.
Uh-oh. I did. Parang they don't like rock. They like Usher. Is what I saw.
You keep telling yourself that, yeah.
Yeah, be naive as you are. Okay. Let's take a break. When we come back, we'll have more of the show. It is 8:45-ish on this Monday morning. Back after this, don't go away.
Magic 89.9's Good Times in the Morning.
Let's play.
Oh, is that it for us? It looks like it's it for us.
I guess so.
Thanks for hanging out, everybody. So, Kay, what are the withdrawals like after this show's coming tonight? And by the way, Chopper's downstairs watching the finale right now.
Oh.
Kind of peeking out there and see what are the withdrawals like that the show is finally over.
Well, I'm gonna eat my Korean meal.
Did you have a Korean meal last night?
I did. I prepared it myself.
Looks really good, by the way. Yeah, looks yummy.
Thank you.
I need to find a replacement show immediately. Is that one of those things, or else you will miss?
I think we'll just do a rewatch from the top.
What?
Oh my God.
Why? You know that Elle wrote that song, right? So we are deep, and next level. Then I guess we will plan our next trip to Korea. and go to the Yinde Mall.
Amazing. Did you do the homework that I told you guys to do? No.
How?
What was it again?
I mean, watch Pachinko, watch Cyrano.
Watch Pachinko.
You know, because as a GOT guy, you would have thought he would see the Dinklage movie that we talked about, but fine.
Yeah.
I'm hurt. It's okay. He's a poser Game of Thrones fan. It's fine.
The show
Who's
just
a Game of Thrones fan?
ended.
Can you get the dragon? I even have a sword. Get the sword.
Can you get the dragon? Oh my gosh.
Daenerys, mother of dragons.
Breaker.
Breaker.
John Burns.
Are you calling us posers right now?
I'm just saying.
I played sword with Yael, and the dog freaked out.
Here's the sword.
Small book.
Because we were playing sword one day, and the dog tried to protect Yael. But when I hit him with the sword, I was like, because I jumped by and all.
Yeah.
The dog left him. She saved herself. But she did warn him that the crazy woman is being Daenerys. So yeah.
Cyrano de Bergerac. Now that you guys are having withdrawals from the show, let's go watch Pachinko, please. Wait, you've seen it though, right? It's just Yael who hasn't.
I've not seen it. I've seen episode 1. Sorry. I'm trying not to be so obsessed. I'm trying not to be a stalker.
It's too late, number one. But also, no, I totally get it. Like the show literally just ended. You need a moment. You're gonna be in the space for some time.
Yeah, the moment's like an hour. Okay.
I haven't even seen the whole show. I honestly went to sleep.
Oh.
Because I am a professional like that. And then
May I remind
woke up.
you what time you came into work today?
I went to sleep and I said, yeah, I can't wait for the show. And then I woke up like, what happened in the ending? So I even started the show like in the middle.
Oh.
Yeah, so I don't know what happened.
An alarm.
I do. Plus a second alarm. The dog knows when the alarm is going off. She wakes us up.
Gotcha. Okay.
It was not happening.
Well, so everybody else who is watching Queen of Tears, the finale, maybe tomorrow we're in, you can maybe give your take on the ending. Yes, because we've hit the 24-hour mark. I don't know if you want to push it to 48, but that's up to you. In the meantime, everyone else, have a great start to your week. Thanks for hanging out with us. We appreciate it. And we'll see you tomorrow at 6 a.m.-ish.
Will we? Will we? That is the question.
I
know.
Every day.
It could be 6:45.
I'm doing my workshop today. Acting workshop. Ooh. Wish me luck.
Best of luck.
All my
We'll see you
feelings
tomorrow.
will be out by tomorrow. You'll see me with big movements, more emotions.
We'll see everybody tomorrow. Have a great day. Bye, guys.
Bye.
It's Good Times with Mo, Sam, and them on Magic 89.9.